So, if you want to see how we get on at the Deltic Preservation Society's Model Railway event, carry on and watch this video. We'll show you how we get on, who we meet, what the day holds, and where we go from there. See you soon. Okay, first job of the day, clean the track. Always a laborious task, but one that has to be done. We use Track Magic, marvellous bit of kit. You just wipe it on, improves electrical connectivity and works really well. So simply just dab the rag and wipe it on. And normally at an exhibition it will last all day. Sometimes we have to do it twice, but not very often. But certainly on a 2-day exhibition it has to be done every day. That's following the cleaning regime before we start, which is clean it on a Monday, clean it on a Wednesday, and then clean it on a Friday night or Saturday morning for the exhibition. So we now go all over the track, clean all the track up, and then we'll give it a test run. Now, because it gets rather complicated when we've got sheds in situ, and this particular shed here has lights which are wired through the corner. So with the assistance of Matt, who will now tip the shed, we have to clean this in situ with the cotton bud. Bearing in mind that it's only had a day's running, that's the condition of it. So you can see it certainly does pick up the dirt. There we go. So we'll carry on and clean the track, and then we'll come back to you when we test the first loco of the day and see how we get on. Okay, track all cleaned, everything checked, all the plugs in, all ready to go. Let's give it a whirl. It will help if I change the direction. That seems to be running perfectly. So hopefully we're in for a good day. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All works perfectly, all set, ready to go. Let's see how the day goes. We'll catch up with you in a bit. There we go, beast of a Deltic. 19 Royal Highland Fusilier. We also have several 37s here. We've got this one here, which is 057 in Colas livery. And riding down the back here, we have what I believe to be 402. Large logo, Scotty dog. .57. I can remember seeing this on March Depot many years ago. Takes us back to the new layout that we're building, which is March TMD, reborn in miniature. Also has its own YouTube channel and Facebook page if anyone's interested. have a very weathered EWS 08 moving about the yard, and a 37303, which I believe is one of the Network Rail ones. Here we are, back to the Deltic. Quite an interesting story about a Deltic. A Deltic was actually what got me interested into railways many years ago. In the late 70s, I was about 7 years old. My uncle took me to Peterborough train station for a day, and I can remember 55013 coming through. I don't know if people remember Peterborough station, but you come up from London, there's a curve round towards the station, and then it curves back through the station, and 55013, the black watch, came through flat out, and the station shook. And that was what got me interested into railways at the start, and unfortunately the bug has stayed with me to this day. Sitting on the driver's seat of a Deltic, that's the view you got at 125 miles an hour with 3,300 horsepower behind you. Over here we have the second man. So as Matt says, got a lot of space in here really. I would imagine it was really noisy though. Hence why most of the Deltic drivers apparently went deaf. But yeah, not every time you get to sit in the cab on the driver's seat of a Deltic. So here we are in the famous Barrowhill Roundhouse, which is just across the road from the Deltic Preservation Society, with a Class 25 D7659. Then moving round, we come to a Class 33. This is followed by a Class 46, a Class 26, Class 81, Class 83 and Class 82. Together with 2 DMUs, and in the far distance is the baby Deltic, which is currently in the process of being constructed from an X-Class 37. And finally, adjacent to the entrance to the roundhouse, we have a Class 03, BR Blue. Now moving outside, we see the first of the Class 37s, this one being 37425, so Robert McAlpine on one side, Concrete Bob on the other. And this is followed by the second of the Class 37s, this being 37409 in ScotRail livery. behind the 37 we just catch a glimpse of a class 25 and a class 45 being 45060 Sherwood Forester. A BR Blue Class 45 which was powering the shuttle rail service up and down the line with a Class 02 on the rear. And moving further down the line we have Class 25059 in BR Blue, and this was stabled adjacent to Class 85, number 85006, also in BR Blue. Over on the far line we can see a BR Green Class 10 shunting locomotive which is stable adjacent to the buffers.
Nowhere.
It's all up here.
Daisy Lane. Oh yeah.
And here we have the final clip from outside. We have a Class 08 number 08956, and this is stabled adjacent to a Class 09 09002. And at the head of the line is a Class 376 number 37607. And finally here we have an overall shot from high level of Daisy Lane in action. I hope you've liked the video and the way we've mixed the models and real life logos together. And if you have, perhaps you'd be kind enough to subscribe, like and leave a comment. Moving forward, we will be producing further videos of Daisy Lane over the next few months at exhibitions that we attend, together with some weathering of locomotives and various other elements that we'll be carrying out on Daisy Lane to improve the overall appearance. If you have any questions on Daisy Lane TMD, then please leave them in the comments below, and we will endeavour to answer your queries as quickly as possible. That just leaves me to thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and we will be back very soon.